everybody, SuzyQue here, and welcome to QueAquatics and Exotics. This morning I want to talk about my brichardies I just got. The actual name is Neolamprologus brichardies. Over there I have my shell dwellers, which are my Neolamprologus multifasciatus. But these are my brichardies, and I wanted to go over, I got them last night at my Bucks County Aquarium Society and at their auction, and I absolutely love my fish club and their auction, but there's something that I love even more than the auction part of it. It's the speakers that they bring in. And last night I was blown away. So I met Greg Steeves. And if you don't know who he is, you really got to look him up. You got to check him out. He's like lifelong aquarist. I'm reading this from my iPad, by the way. He's written 3 books. He's an international speaker on cichlids, and I think it's his specialty or his area of expertise is Lake Victoria and the Lake Victorian cichlids, especially as they pertain to the CARES program. But last night he talked about the Comal River in Texas. It was absolutely fascinating talk that he did. And not only was it a fascinating talk, I got to meet with him and talk with him during dinner. That was amazing. And throughout the whole meeting. So I gotta say, if you don't know who he is, look him up because he's one of my favorites now. Just saying. Anyway, let me show you my brichardies. I brought them home, and right now they're in quarantine, so the tank's gonna look a little dull. But these are actually, I put them in last night because it was very late. Neolamprologus brichardi, Kiku Blueface is what they're called, and they were part of the BAP program. And the Breedings Award Program, BAP, is the fish clubs do this so that we have the experience of breeding fish, bringing 6 of them back to the club so somebody else can grab them, raise them, and breed them. So it was pretty cool. So let's take a look at my brichardi. They're very small, but they're absolutely adorable. I think at one time they were called fairy cichlids. Oh, and I also got some mystery snails. Yes, I did. Let's see, what were they called? Just gold mystery snails. Thank you very much. So what I'm going to do to bring them out a little bit is remove the sponge filter. Right now they're hiding. Hello. Believe it or not, there's 6 of them in there. They're just very small. So I do have a couple tanks that are set up and cycled and ready to go just for this purpose from my Bucks County Aquarium Society. Last night I was so busy talking with Greg, I didn't even pay attention to the auction. I bid on my first 2 things, and it was just so amazing, so fascinating. That is like OG of the fish world. I loved it, absolutely loved it. But so these are my brichardies, and I'm going to be doing a species spotlight on them and going into more detail about them. I had some brichardies that were up in my orb, the orb upstairs, but they were connected to a light switch which wasn't taped on, and somebody had turned it off, and I didn't see that for 2 days, and I think that did some permanent damage. Like they didn't make it permanent. But anyway, so I did want to take a few moments to show you what I got, and I can't wait to show you how they grow up, and hopefully I'll be able to breed them and bring them back in for the Breeding Awards program. And if you're curious why I'm going live, and there's no chat, is a lot of you know that I have absolutely destroyed my computer. So I had to go back to a factory reset. I don't have any programs on it yet. I don't have any of my media. A lot of my media clips and things were backed up, but it was suggested I don't use that backup because they don't know what corrupted my computer. So I'm at a loss. But I thought, let me go live because I had to share this experience while it was fresh in my head. You know, the river that he talked about going through Texas is like one of the longest, shortest rivers. If you look it up, the Comal River, you see it's also like a place where people can go tubing down. And it's, the way he described it was like the temperature of it is, even in the winter, it's like a warm bath. And in the summer, it's like cool and refreshing. So it's all around great. So he showed us, you know, a small part about that, and then he showed us a lot of the wildlife that are all around above the river. I think it flows into the Guadalupe River. I'll have to look that up. But then he took us under the water, and holy cow, was I in love. The Vallisneria that was there, it was fields and fields of it. I want to say it was Ludwigia. There was just so many amazing aquatic plants. Kambaba, I you know, like, I just was like, I was blown away. And then he showed us a lot of the fish, and he talked briefly about the CARES program. I don't think he meant to, but I don't think he can help it because he's got such a passion for it. So as most of you know, I've just been introduced to the CARES program, and I have my first CARES fish over there. I was going to walk over and show you, because when I put them in that 40-gallon breeder, I did a video on it, and they immediately got ick. And I thought I was going to lose them. And I didn't. So let's say